Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what is going on, guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise of War video. Today, guys, I got a breakdown of the new developers video that they released about information about the new Season 6 Kingdoms and stuff. We're going to do a quick breakdown of the key points. It's like a 7-minute video, so we're going to just focus on the key points. So we're going to start with our first chapter right now, guys, and it's going to be called Forming a Fellowship. Now in this section, guys, we're just going to talk about the quick key information. So there'll be no factions. You'll be going in and you will be making your fellowships. As you join, you will get the option whether you want to join good or evil side based starting troops. So if you start the good side, you will get the Numenorian side where you get access to Gondor's troops, and we now know that you will have access to tier 4 troop, the Swan Knights, on the good side. As for the Eastling side, on the evil side, you're going to have access to Ruin's evil armies, and you will have access to the War Chariots as a tier 4 unit. So, in saying that, once you've done that, you'll be able to select which area you would like to start on the map. And then from there, that means you could have someone right next door to you who is completely in a different fellowship, evil and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty crazy early on. Now, a question that people have been asking, will you be able to obtain other troops like elves and stuff? Yes, you will be able to. This will be done via the system of the embassy system from the non-roleplay setup. And basically you build and form barracks outside of there, and you'll be able to build, say, like an elven barracks and that to be able to make elven troops and such. I myself have not been playing or done that before in non-roleplay, so I'm very looking forward to that. And yeah, I'll just address the elephant in the room. As we all know, non-RP, and there will be mixed and stuff like that, as we know so far. So it's going to be pretty much based on a non-roleplay server. And as of now, there is no speaks of there being a roleplay version released anytime soon, guys. Chapter 2, guys, is the Rising. Basically, to just talk about the structure of how you start a kingdom and stuff like that. Basically, a kingdom is comprised of 5 fellowships, and the one fellowship leader that makes that first decision and is basically voted pretty much becomes the king of that kingdom. And they will have special effects and stuff they'll be able to use with the Ring of Power and that we'll talk about in just a moment, guys. Now, these skills that is provided by the king of the kingdom, so these are going to be the Ring of Power from that kingdom skills. We're going to go over them. There's 2 passive skills. So we have Kingdom Protection, which basically gains buffs for relocation, movement speed, quick march, and basically kingdom protection in the regions that are fully controlled by a kingdom. Now, the second one for the passive skills, region control, all members' personal ability points will be +1 for each Ring of Power controlled, with a maximum of +5, and all members' personal ability of +5 when you control the one ring. Now, with the active skills for the Kingdom Ring, we have Resource Power, which basically, these active skills, I should say, they have a continuance of 12 hours and a cooldown of 48 hours, and each extra Kingdom Ring, or Ring of Power, I should say, obtained reduces that cooldown by 2 hours, guys. So you have Resource Power skill, which basically increases all your resources like wood, stone, ore, and grain, for example, plus 50% for 12 hours. You also have Powerful Treatment, which heals 50% of wounded soldiers after winning a battle. You have Powerful Repression, which basically armies that are in can't use reinforcement feature. So if they are within your kingdom, you can basically stop the enemy from being able to reinforce for up to 12 hours. A very big, strong tactical move, should be used correctly. And the last one is Construction Support, which basically increases construction speed of a fort by 50%, guys. Now then, there will be personal ring skills. These personal ring skills will be available once you have obtained and unlocked the Kingdom's Ring of Power. These will be Persuasion, where you can use a Ring of Power to force a mob to join you. the Midas Touch, where you use the ring power to convert a certain amount of stone to gold. Fort Logistics, where you use ring power to increase the march range of a fort to 70 tiles. And Urgent Support, which you use the ring power to increase the speed at which an army travels to a fort, guys. The last thing that is talk about, guys, is basically how kingdoms and the diplomacy is going to basically work. It's pretty simple. To quickly sum it up, basically the leaders, the 5 leaders of the fellowships, will be able to do voting on whether they want to make a founding or a opponent's fellowship either hostile, neutral, or friendly. So they're the 3 options. There will be other things involved where you can exile people out of a fellowship, how you can leave a kingdom and stuff like that as well. But yeah, it's pretty much just, they were talking about that. There's not much. It's basically just the battling side to it and how the kingdoms operate and how the diplomacy works. So that's basically just a quick breakdown like that. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty much everything's been covered now. I do believe there is going to be a little bit more information coming out in the next few days. So keep an eye out for that, guys. It's going to answer a lot of extra questions if you have any. If you want to ask any questions, just let me know in the comment sections below. If I'm allowed to answer it, I will. But yeah, basically, for timing, guys, I can tell you, I can't tell you the exact date, but looking at the calendar right now, all I can say is, if you got your Discord groups, your groups and that in Bag End, I would start making arrangements as soon as possible, getting your teams ready, because Season 6 is just around the corner, guys. Alright guys, until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. Of the EJU